All right, our next exercise in Figma is not going to look like much. In fact, you're looking at a finished version of it right now. It's going to be about some text formatting, and I will walk you through what I want you to do here. But it's really not, it's not huge. They're just some things, right? We're going to talk about some bold, some italics, some underlines, some bulleted lists, some numbered lists, and then some things you can do with larger blocks of text like paragraphs. And so yours will look maybe something sort of like this. You may decide to use different fonts than what I used, slightly different sizes than what I used, but this is the idea right here. All right, so how's this going to work? Well, glad you asked. Here's how it is going to work. On Classroom, you will find this handout that guides you through it. And you're going to need the handout today because there's things you're going to copy and paste off of the handout. So here's what we'll do. We're going to hop back over to Figma here for a minute, and we'll do a new design file, and I'm just going to call this text format movie demo. All right, so I'll just call it, give it a name up there at the top. I'm going to take the frame tool, and I'm just going to put on a desktop sized frame. It's kind of what we're working on this week, this whole idea of a web page, like a website rather than an app. All right, so that's ready to go. You could change the background color a little bit if you wanted to, but I'm not going to on mine. So I'm going to go back over here to the handout, and you have 6 different tasks. Task number 1 right here has to do with some bold text, making some bold print. All right, so it says copy the sentence below, go over to Figma, paste it into a text box. So here's the sentence right here. If you'll look, it says, here is the sentence. And it's, I think it is wrong that only one company makes the game Monopoly. All right, so I'm going to copy that. I'll just do Control-C. You didn't see that happen in the movie. Now what we do over here is we just take the type tool. I'm going to click once in there. I'm going to paste that in, and I'll click off of it one time. Now, to help you out a little bit here, and I think you may want to do this as well, I'm going to over here on the properties panel where it says I've got Roboto Regular 12 for my font. If you hold the Alt key down, you can scrubby slide this text size number, and it makes it really easy to change the size of it. You can hold the Alt key and then use your mouse, press your mouse button, and kind of scrubby slide that, and you can make your text bigger and smaller that way. And I think that's a great way to do it. All right, now there's a couple of ways that we can handle this. You could, if you wish, you could switch up the font. You could go find some other font that you think you want to use. For example, maybe I'll go Space Mono, and I'll make that a little bit different. All right, so now here are ways that you can make this bold, right? Over here on the left-hand side, there's this Figma menu where you can drop down. There's a little Figma icon. You can drop it down. There's a section for text. There's a section right here that says bold. And I have the text box selected, so I just go the Figma menu, text, bold, or Control-B if I want to, right? There's a number of ways you can pull it off. And really, that's all I'm asking you to do on task number 1 is take the text that's on that handout, copy, paste it, bring it over, maybe change the font, change the size, make it bold. All right, that one's done. Let's move on. Our next one, task number 2, is going to be about underline text, so we can do that quickly. Here's the sentence we're going to use. It's right here on the handout. I intend to live forever. So far, so good. Well, that's true, right? So I'll get it copied, and I'll come over here, and I'll take a text box, and I'll click in here, and I will paste it. Now, Figma tends to kind of stay where you left it, right? So it came up with this same font. It came up with this Space Mono, and it's the same size as my other one was. And so I'm okay with that unless you want to get over here and do a little bit of, just kind of looking around at different fonts. I switched it to a Spectral SC. These are Google fonts here. So what are we doing with this one? Well, I believe that we are italicizing. Nope, we're underlining this one, sorry. All right, so again, a lot of ways you could do it. Control-U, I believe, is going to work. If we go over here to the Figma menu, we go to text, and we go to underline. Bingo, we've got it. All right, so this is really mostly about just where to find these things. How do you find these different style kinds of things that you might need when you're working with text? Let's get back here to the handout. Let's look at task number 3. This is italic text. And again, I have a sentence for you. Whenever I think of the past, it brings back so many memories. All right, so I'm going to copy that. I'll come over here. I'll get the type tool. I'm going to paste that in. And again, it stayed set on the font that I had previously set there. So do what you want here. I kind of got them kind of nice and big so you can see them in this movie. And I do, personally, I think it's kind of fun to explore the different fonts and see what's there. All right, so we want italicized text this time. So again, Control I should do it. Also, if you go to the Figma menu, text and italic, right there, that Figma text, mine's being a little bit slow. There we go. Now it could possibly be that you run into a font like this one is not wanting to italicize. And you could run into a font where I go to text and I go to italic and I do even if I do Control I on the keyboard, it is really not italicizing at all. And so if you want to solve that problem, probably the idea would be switch up the font. And I found another one. I happened to find another one that will not italicize. There, I got one that will italicize. So if you try to italicize it and it will not italicize, it's probably just the font that you picked, and that's why it won't. So you could easily switch the font and you'll find one pretty quickly. All right. Now, let's see what we're doing next. Let's hop back over here to the handout, and now we're going to talk lists. All right, so I've already got the items here. I was trying to make it easy on you. It's the end of the year. We're all tired. So I was trying to make it easy. I've got the items already on here for you, and we're going to take these items right here and turn them into a bulleted list. All right, so I'm going to copy those. I've got that whole list of words there, and I'm going to Control-C copy, and I'll come over here to Figma. Get the type tool. I'm going to click here once, and I'll go ahead and paste it. All right, I'll click off of that, and I think I am going to do a little bit of work here with font. And again, I don't know if you're like me at all. I kind of like playing around and finding different fonts, and I just think it's fun. Call me weird if you want to, but all right. So anyway, I found a font that I think I'm going to use. So I want to turn this into a bulleted list. There are a couple of places where you can do it. The place that I'm going to show you here is if you go to the Figma menu in the top left and you go to text, there's an option here for a bulleted list. Keyboard shortcut this time is Shift-Control-8 if you want a keyboard shortcut. So I might just try that just for kicks and giggles. Shift-Control-8, bulleted list. Now, it could be when you copy and paste my list here that you wind up with an extra bullet. So I'm going to just double-click in there and get to the end of freight car and just hit delete once there to pull that out and just get rid of that little extra bullet. All right, cool. All right, so next up is a numbered list. We're going to go back over here and I'll scroll this on down. And task number 5 is a numbered list. All right, and again, I gave you the list items. I didn't, I could have said, everybody think of a list of something, but I was trying to make it easier for you. So sue me. All right, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to copy that. And I'll go back over here and I'll just get the type tool once again. Click in a new spot. I'm going to paste that in and click off of it for a second. And I think, again, I'm going to play around at least a little bit here with a font, and I'm pretty happy with the size of it. That looks pretty good to me. All right, so again, numbered list. I'm pretty sure the keyboard shortcut for this one is Shift-Control-7. You can get it off of the Figma menu right here. If you go to the Figma menu and go to text and go to numbered list right there. And once again, because I probably had an extra space or something in there, I've got a number 9 that is empty, so I'm just going to get in there and delete that out and get rid of it. All right, cool. Look at us go. So we've made these lists, right? Okay, the last thing that we're going to look at here, and you can just kind of drag these around, arrange them however you want. The last thing we're going to look at is some options that you have when you're working with a longer block of text, when it's maybe more than one paragraph. All right, so back here on the handout once again, and I put a note here on the handout that says the paragraphs are on the next page. I've got the instructions right here, but the paragraphs are on the next page because they just wouldn't fit on this page. So scrolling on down, it says here are the paragraphs, and then here we go. There are, I think, like 4 paragraphs here. So I'm going to get them all selected. I'm going to copy them, Control C. I'm going to come over here. I'll get the type tool, pick a spot, Control V, paste. Now, this is where we do get into some options that I would like for you to play around with. First of all, I think we really are going to probably need to change the font size on this, because part of the goal here is I want to make these paragraphs fit on this page. I want to work with them and make them fit. All right, so I'm going to do over here on the font size, I'm going to do a little option drag, and first of all make them smaller like that. But then I'm also going to grab onto a bottom handle here, and I'm going to work with these. I'm going to do some squeezing and some moving and just kind of keep working with it here. And you may have to work with it a little bit to get it to do what we want it to do. All right, now see, we're getting closer. I had to do quite a bit of resizing this to get it to, and I'm still a little bit large on the text size. I could take the text size down a little bit more if I wanted to. Now, when you do that, when you grab the handle of the text box and you size it like this, you'll see the text kind of reflow with the box. If I make the box narrower, the text gets narrower, and if I make the box wider, the text gets wider. Now, this also does not look real good right now, and here's part of why. And it all has to do with some options that we're going to look at over here on the right-hand side. Okay, there are things like line height and letter spacing and paragraph spacing. This one will really help here. And there are a few other options that you could kind of play around with here as well. And you could check those out. This is a pretty good one here when you're working with a text frame. You can align the text. Right now it's aligned to the top of the text frame. You could align it to the middle of the text frame, or you could take it down to the bottom of the text frame, whatever kind of look you're going for. But I want to show you some things like with line height, first of all. I'll hold down the Alt key, and I'm going to drag that a little bit. And let's see what happens. Look at how the lines, if I spread that out, if I make the number bigger there, see how each line of text is getting a little bit more space in between it, right? I'm stretching out the line height, and I'm getting that kind of result. It's kind of like an accordion. If I come back the other way and make it less, then it's getting tighter and tighter. It's getting a little bit harder to read. If I go to letter spacing over here and I hold the Alt key, what it's doing is spreading the letters out. And you'll notice the text is kind of rewrapping. It's flowing inside that frame. So I'm changing the letter spacing a little bit. All right, so you can play with that some if you see a look that you like. And then the next one here, and this is really going to help in this case, I believe, the paragraph spacing right here. I'm going to hold the Alt key, and I'm going to drag on that. And now look, this really does help. If you'll look, what it's doing is increasing the amount of space in between each paragraph. This was 4 paragraphs, but they were all kind of crammed together. And so if you increase the amount of paragraph spacing, it really does make it much more readable, much more understandable, much easier. All right. And then there are a few other, if you look on the text portion of the properties panel here and look at this ... thing, there are some other things that you might discover here with alignment and decoration and line list style. That's another place where we could do bulleted list and numbered list right there. There's a few other settings here that could be helpful for you. Not going to go into all of those in this lesson, but it's on that little ... menu. That always means, hey, there's more. So you can investigate that if you want to. So this is starting to look fairly good here. I adjusted some line height. I did do that a little bit. I adjusted a little bit of letter spacing, not very much. But the big thing that really did help there was paragraph spacing. So that made it look a lot better. And I could make sure that all of that text is inside the box if I just pull the box down a little bit more. And there we go. All right, cool. So I have now successfully done all the things that I wanted to do. I made some bold text. I made some underlined text. I made some italic text. I have a bulleted list. I have a numbered list. And I took that multi-paragraph selection off of the handout. And worked with it after I got it pasted in here and made it look halfway decent. When I first pasted it in, it didn't look too good, but now I've got it to where you could read it and understand it, and you could work with it that way. All right. So this is what you're shooting for right here. This again is what success looks like today. Something like this. You've got these 6 different tasks that have been completed, and that is it. Off you go.